The FTVLive studio is up and ready to go. And I wanted to give you a tour. And basically what I took is the smallest room in my house and turned it into a studio. And I'm gonna keep my office where it is. The studio will be the studio, the office will be the office. This is where I'll be shooting most of the videos, editing videos and stuff like that. And I've set this up to give me 3 different camera angles when I'm sitting down here. So obviously right here we got the tunnel. You can see we're hanging out in the tunnel, which is pretty good. And now, this is the second set in the studio that I like to call the desk view or the gear view. You can see I got my cameras up here, me and Jack Nicholas hanging out right here, and of course my Sunny Abada fan sign right there. So this is another view, and let's go to the next view. And this is the final view, which I call the monitor view because it has a monitor. So now let's give you a tour of the entire studio, which won't take long because it's a pretty small room. The studio is a complete mess. I had put everything in my house that when I was working on one room, if I had a dresser I didn't need, I threw it in the back bedroom. If I had a TV I didn't need, I threw it in the back bedroom. So basically, the room was a complete mess. It was painted dark green and had all kinds of crap in it. So I pulled all that stuff out and cleaned out the whole room, painted it, redid the floors, did everything. And that left me with a bunch of trophies and awards left over. And I had to figure out what I was going to do with them. And I thought about just throwing them in the garage or chucking them out and stuff like that. And then I came up with this idea. And what I basically did was take all my golf trophies and memorabilia and stuff like that and put it into the hallway that leads into the studio. So it's in the back hallway, and you can see the trophies are here, and then you come down and you get into some more of the supposed memorabilia, and then you walk into the studio and you're greeted by a picture of the skyline of Buffalo, New York, which I took from the Canadian side, and then you also have a picture of the Chicago skyline. And as you come in, you can see I've painted the walls a very light gray. In fact, it's called white steel. And as you can see, it's completely been changed. And again, this is just going to be the studio. It's not going to be my office, mainly because with everything back here, it gets so freaking hot that I actually had to go out and buy a studio air conditioner to keep this area cool. So the main focus is obviously this tunnel, and I love the way it came out. I like the way it looks. We put it on the wall there, and then you come over here, and this is where I hang the lights that I can use. Basketball, for Nerf basketball. You come over here, and then this is one of the lights, obviously. And everything has got a place, which I like. There's the ladder. There's Snowflake in the background. My desk is here. And the great thing about the desk is it's on wheels, so I can spin it around for all those different shots that you saw at the beginning. You come over here, and you got, here's something a little interesting. You know what, I'm going to, excuse me on these shadows. Obviously, as I'm moving around, the shadows are going to be there. But this was, look at this. Rupert Murdoch and Roger Ailes are cordially inviting me to the launch of the Fox Business Network. I found that in all the crap I was going through. I didn't go to it. It was on October 24th, 2007. I was invited, but I didn't go. And then that's just kind of a magnetic board to put all my stuff on. You come up then to the camera shelf, and you can see all the different cameras that you use for vlogging. And then you come up to the next level. As I said, excuse the shadows. Just more storage up here. Buffalo Sabres hockey puck. And then the top level, which is way up there, is just more kind of storage and stuff like that. Then you come over to the desk area, and that hat up there on the left is signed by Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer from The King and the Bear, the only course that the two designed together. The hat on the right is Annika Sorenstam. This was given to me by a dear friend of mine who kind of gets my humor. Here's a picture of myself and Jack Nicklaus hanging out in his living room. Long story, maybe I'll tell it sometime. Then there's other pictures. Here's a picture of me playing on my football team in junior high school. If you can't figure out which one is me, I'm number 14 in the front row. Yeah, the good looking guy. And Angel, stop. Then we got just pictures over here, or newspapers. The monitor, which will be great because I can use it for playing video, and I can also use it for logos and stuff like that. The thing I found as I was digging through all the crap in this back room was some of my old press passes. And you can see like space shuttle launches, Sarajevo Olympics, Women's US Open, the governor of California being inaugurated. There's my WSVN staff button or thing that I was supposed to hand in when I left. I didn't. Covering the elections in Mexico, the presidential elections, vice president visits, the 1983 Miss America pageant, which was won by Vanessa Williams, the only Miss America pageant I went to, and probably the most talented and most controversial winner of the Miss America pageant. And then, of course, the Masters, the 84 Republican National Convention in Dallas. And then from there, you come over to the wall of drones. 2 out of these 3 drones work, 1 doesn't. And if you're a watcher of the vlog, you know why. Then you come down to the charging table. This is where I charge batteries, keep microphones, all that stuff. You remember this, I bought this shelf in an earlier vlog. That's Angel down there. And then this is the part I'm most proud of, and that's my tool shelf. Because I don't have very many tools, and I can never find them. So when I was making up the studio, I realized all the time I was back here, I continue to seem to need tools. So I decided to make a little tool area, and now I know where the tools are, which is awesome. And then above the drones is more storage, just different things. And then there's another shelf over here that's kind of the continuation of the tools, paper towels, that stuff. And then against this wall, we have our tripods. So you got all your different tripods that you need there. It's a quick tour of the FTVLive office. I got some mail here, and I'm going to open it up in the next vlog. And I got one very, very interesting piece of mail that you guys are going to find definitely pretty interesting. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Peace out, everybody.